Deep in the Appalachian foothills lives a man that looks like most other men. He lives in a house that looks like most other houses. Has a family that looks like most other families. But something is different about this fellow. For in his basement resides the creatures that haunt most people's dreams. A variable array of nightmare fuel. For underneath this innocent-looking home reside snakes, scorpions, and hundreds of big, hairy tarantulas. It all began innocently enough, with just one small baby tarantula he brought home as a pet. But as that little spider grew, so did his fascination with tarantulas. Soon another little spider was brought home as a pet. Then another, and another. And as a couple tarantulas turned into a couple dozen, the hunger for more could not be satiated. He started bringing home scorpions from every corner of the earth, then geckos and snakes, all while the collection of spiders grew and grew. Soon they had taken over his entire basement. The whole space dedicated to housing these spiders, scorpions, and snakes. It wasn't only his basement they had taken over, for they had also sunk their fangs into his finances. Every extra dollar he had went to buying crickets, roaches, and mice to feed these ever-growing beasts. They had also captured all of his time, so every free moment was spent feeding, rehousing, and caring for these creepy crawlies. In fact, they demanded so much of his time and energy, he was forced to leave his job, just to spend all of his time caring for their every need and desire. It wasn't long before he realized that they were no longer his pets. The roles had been reversed. All his time, money, and energy were being shoveled into taking care of these creatures. He quit his job and now relied on these arachnids to allow him to film them, just to make enough money to keep the bills paid. He was living solely for their care. He had, in fact, become their pet. Hour after hour, day after day, he found himself trapped in the bowels of his own home. Never seeing his friends, rarely seeing his family. All in service of these reptiles and invertebrates. Week after week, he posted videos on YouTube, showing off these amazing species. talking about their care in native habitats. Millions of views, hundreds of thousands of comments, people expressing their amazement, appreciation, and even jealousy. But little did they know, he had become a prisoner of these animals. The keeper had become the kept. Week after week, he would receive messages from strangers expressing their desire or even outright begging to be allowed to come over and see his basement, to tour the creatures luxuriously housed underneath his house. And consistently, he politely declined. Not just because they were strangers on the internet that had no business showing up to his home, but because he knew once they entered his basement, they might never leave again. Like a cricket caught in the spider's web, once you enter the Tarantula Collective, you will never leave.